Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. In the previous video, we have learned about instructional planning, year plan, unit plan. In this session, we are going to learn about the lesson plan and try to solve a few questions based on this topic, and very important topic for all the teaching exams. So let's get on to the topic. Now, lesson plan. This lesson plan has its origin in Gestalt psychology, which is also called perception theory. So, what is a lesson plan? Lesson plan is virtually pre-active phase of teaching. That means what teacher is going to uh, teach in her classroom. What are the activities should be included? That means it is just like a guide or the roadmap of what students need to learn and how it will be done effectively to facilitate learning. So, according to Lester B. Stantz, a lesson plan is actually a plan of action. That means the day to day activities with teacher or an educator plans her class. Now, what is the need of this lesson plan? So, the need is to accomplish instructional objectives, to build up effective teaching strategy, and to cater to the abilities and needs of the individual, and also to uh, use the time effectively. Right. So, these are the needs and purpose of lesson plan. And then different people use different approaches to develop this lesson plan. The most common are Herbartian lesson plan, Bloom's evaluation of lesson planning, constructivist or 5E model of lesson planning. So let us start with the Frederick Herbert. He's a German philosopher. So his approach is mainly based on the perception theory or classical human organization theory. So it is also called as classical theory of lesson planning or classical lesson plan. So in this it has got 6 steps. So the first one is preparation or introduction, and then presentation, comparison and association, generalization, application, and recapitulation. So first is introduction or preparation, done by the teacher by asking a few interesting questions, showing pictures, and asking questions from the content matter previously taught, and presenting the content in the classroom, which can make the concept clear to the students. Here, the questioning becomes the most important devices used in this method, so that use of other teaching aids can enhance the interest of the students towards the lesson and can be understandable. So, the development of Blackboard summary is also necessary in the presentation step. Now, comparison or abstraction, showing some illustrations to the students and ask them to compare from the illustrations or the facts. Next is generalization or definition. So, this is a result of the reflective thinking of the students. The knowledge gained in the earlier steps is used in this step to draw generalizations, formulations, or the rules. Uh, and then is application. Here in this step where students use this acquired knowledge to favorable situations. They like they can be asked to solve problems, write an essay or an article, drawing maps or charts, preparing some models, or doing some practical work, or setting a new type of tests. That is application. And we have recapitulation. So putting some suitable questions on the topic to the students to understand how far the concept is being comprehended by the students and the matter taught by the teacher. So it also helps the teacher to find out whether this method of teaching is effective, successful, or not. So this is about Herbartian model. This is the model. Here serial number, steps to be followed, teacher activity, student activity, material aids, blackboard, and evaluation. And next, we have Bloom's evaluation method of lesson planning. This is used. This approach of lesson plan is used mostly by all the institutions, wherein the Bloom's taxonomy, as we say, remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate. So this is the Bloom's evaluation method of lesson planning, which contains remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. This is a modified version which was done in the year 2001, and it has got a previous one, that is knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. So this is a modified version of Bloom's evaluation method of lesson planning. Here in remembering, recalling facts and basic concepts, that is knowledge by asking previous uh, acquired knowledge from the students, understanding or the explaining the ideas or the concepts, using the information and in new situations to answer the questions, to solve problems. So take apart information to show relationships, causes, and connection. Evaluating is to justify the position, produce something which is new. So it includes the steps given by the uh, Bloom are formulating educational objectives, creating learning experience, and evaluating the change of behaviors. So evaluating the change of behaviors includes cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains. So this is about lesson planning, Bloom's evaluation method of lesson planning. And next we have a 5E model of lesson plan, which contains engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. By engaging the students in the activities to learn the concept, and asking them to explore new ideas, and explaining the concept clearly, on which elaboration has been done, and finally evaluating by asking questions, whether oral or written. This is about 5E model of lesson planning. Now we'll try to solve a few questions from this topic. The first question: which of the following plans may be least learner centered? Option 1, instructional plan. Option 2, unit plan. Option 3, lesson plan. Option 4, activity plan. Here we can understand the unit plan, lesson plan, and the activity plan. These are learner centered, whereas instructional plan is not a learner centered. So the answer will be 1, that is instructional plan. Next question: the classic format of the lesson plan is as per. Option 1, Herbatian steps. Option 2, Hila-Taba steps. Option 3, Hilgardian steps. Option 4, Haber steps. So we have seen the classical theory, which is called as Herbatian steps of lesson planning. So the answer will be option 1. Next question we will see. Who defined lesson plan as plan of action? In the starting of the lesson we have discussed this. The options we will see: first, John Dewey. Option 2, Lester B. Stands. Option 3, B.F. Skinner. Option 4, Smith Stands. So we have already seen in the slide that a plan of action is defined by Lester B. Stands. So the answer will be 2. Next question we have: lesson planning is important because it helps teachers ensure about the dash activities that go on in their classroom. Option 1, annual activities. Option 2, day to night activities. Option 3, day to day activities. Option 4, none of this. So the lesson planning the planning has been done, that is to ensure about the day-to-day activities of the classroom. So the answer would be day-to-day activities. It is not the annual activities, it is done in the year plan, right? So we'll see the next question. At the end of the lesson, if a student is able to calculate the density of a given sample, this is a learning objective of option 1 apply, option 2 synthesis, option 3 understand, option 4 knowledge. So we have seen in the Bloom's taxonomy, that is remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate and create. So here if a student is able to apply the formula, that means it is a step of application of the Bloom's taxonomy. So the answer will be number 1 apply. Next question we have, in lesson plan what is related to students' previous knowledge? So this is a question from the UPTET. Recently the paper got leaked, so the question is from that paper. Now we will see the options: objective writing, introductory questions, evaluation questions and statement of aim. Now here in lesson plan, the previous knowledge is tested from the students by asking introductory questions. So the answer would be option 2, introductory questions. So this is all about instructional planning, year plan, lesson plan and few questions. I hope I made it clear. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.